Hello and welcome. It is I, Iron Raiden, back yet again with another new topic of discussion. Now, of course, as you see, we are discussing the Rippaverse. Now, I am hardly the first person to be delving into this and talking about it because, well, it has blown the hell up. And this is just what this was 4.5 days removed from the start of the campaign once it hit $2 million. Now, from Eric July, this is huge. I mean, obviously he's built himself up to accomplish such a thing, but I mean, I gotta say, from my perspective, this really is something to behold, to witness this campaign for a comic book stuff that he's already. This is because it's not a straight up crowd fund per se. I mean, he's put in the work already, and he's just throwing it out there. He's just like, hey, you want to buy, you can buy it. We're ready to go. It's not like we have to wait months out for this stuff to occur. No, it's happening, okay? Because once it starts shipping next month, people are going to be getting their first taste of the Rippaverse with ISOM #1. Now, this is really quite fascinating because for me, I really never grew up like with any, because a lot of times it really just depends on how you grow up, with who's around you and stuff like that, where you're exposed to, when it comes to certain hobbies or just certain interests. Now, I've always enjoyed comic book lore, like comic book characters and such. I've read some here and there, particularly graphic novels and stuff like from Watchmen and Killing Joke, things like that. So I never grew up heavily with a lot of comic books in my life. Because for me, like, I'm very much like a completionist type of person, because there's so much story, there's so much lore, and there's so many different things to where it seems so overwhelming to where it's like I never really knew where to start and things. But like I said, I have delved into things here and there, and of course I gone and like learned history of various characters and certain events and whatnot. But to see this, to actually be able to witness the actual beginnings of a universe and something that actually has a legitimate chance to become something more, like not just some comic that's just gonna fade away, but like, oh yeah, they'll do this and that, or just and people just get bored of it. It's like, no, this has some legitimate momentum behind it. I mean, it has 69 days to go, giggity, for the campaign. It's already reached $2.1 million. That is absolutely insane. And as you can see, going through, there's so much stuff here. You get a bit of the story. Avery Silverman is known as ISOM. He's going to be the hero of all this, and it just, honestly, as the days go by, I find myself legitimately getting more and more invested in this comic book that hasn't even really come out yet, because I really do. I believe in the vision. I believe in the idea. Everything looks fantastic. As you can see, they've have through 7/15, which was yesterday. They had the AB cover. They released the C cover, which is going to be pretty readily available, and they have various bundles and whatnot. And like I said, so I'm really the last person you really need to hear from in order to try to explain to you what the deal is, and as if I really need to put eyes and ears on it. But because this really does fascinate me, again, getting the chance to actually witness a universe start and being able to watch the lore grow from there. So I can actually say it's just like, oh, hey, that's kind of like, hey, what I grew up with in a certain aspect, you know what I mean? And I'm very much excited for this. I actually did get a signed bundle of A and B. I also did get a read and collect version of the C book, so it's just so I can have three of those for the collection, and of course one to read and just to take in the story. And this is what, 96 pages for this first issue, and yeah, I mean, for what Eric is doing, it's really truly incredible. Of course, there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of people still hating on him and acting like this is nothing, or it's some agenda driven BS, and I just don't understand people. It's one of those things to where we just constantly point out, like, what are you on about? Like, what is the real issue here other than you're just delusional? It's a comic book. It's a comic book that's being created by a black man who very much just tells it like it is. He just does his own thing. Okay, he runs off of passion and determination, and you get a result like this, and yet that's a problem. It's stuff like that that's just truly astonishing to me. And so, honestly, just like I said, just getting to witness this universe, its inception, its beginnings, and to watch it grow. I'm truly am invested in this. You have various posts of these characters. This character right here, she's getting a lot of love. You have the trading cards, which are legitimate, because I did see them show one on stream, and they're pretty big, and they're lithographic and everything. And you had an art book that was limited that sold out. It was like 2,000 copies of those. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty big deal. Maybe some people may not want to act like it, but it is. And I truly am. I truly am very curious to see what we get out of ISOM #1. And again, just getting to witness the beginnings of this. I'm actually already looking forward to whatever issues come out after this one, and just to build a really solid comic book collection. So if you by chance are watching this video, and if you haven't heard about it, which would be kind of weird, but like I said, just coming from me, but hey, I would suggest highly checking it out. I will leave a link to it in the description and in the comments, just for the just as an option. But yeah, this campaign, as you can see, like I said, over 24,000 purchases. It's a pretty big deal. So if you're a comic book fan, if you're curious about some new content, then hey, I would suggest definitely taking a look at it and seeing for yourself. But yeah, just here to show support for this project. Again, I'm looking forward to it very much. I do think this could be something truly special. So that'll do it for this video. I am Iron Raven, and I am out.